Fabio Wardley. Fabio, mate. I didn't see that coming. That all came out of the blue. What? Fam. Fight of the night. We have Fabio Wardley Party, and Party came in hard.
Party hard. As a man, party hard.
Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done it already, click this subscribe button. Also hit the bell icon for post notifications, so you get, as soon as I upload, you get a bing 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 bing. You know what I'm saying? Also follow me on Instagram and also Twitch at Off the Canvas Boxing, where on Instagram I'll be doing like a few behind the scenes stuff, the latest updates, news, etc. And on Twitch we'll be doing live streams based on preview, watch alongs, and much more to come. But let's get straight into this card in particular. First things first, let me shout out a few people on the undercard. Great win for Liam Davies, also great win for Jez Smith. So for the pair of them, I hope that they can step up, you know, hopefully in the next couple of fights, and to find something with testing, you know what I mean, and climb up the rankings, because they put in extremely well performances, the pair of them. Getting onto the first fight that I happened to watch, and that was Alan the Savage Babbage versus Tom Little. Coming into this fight, we saw Tom Little being in the best of shapes. As soon as he got into the ring, I think his plan was to damage the invitation, so to consume all of the shots that Babbage was throwing, and then hit him with a few counter punches. So as soon as Babbage, he stops to reload or he misses, catching him a couple of times here and there and apply a little bit more pressure and take him to later on. I don't know whether they underestimated the power, or whether they could have hide away from the power, but the power reached Tom Little. Round one, he was on it. Round one, he was like a bull in the challenge shop. He applied the pressure, he kept coming forward. Tom Little was having a few spells here and there where he was hitting him in some pockets and hitting him on occasions, but it wasn't consistent throughout the round. It wasn't consistent for at least a minute. It was like 20 seconds here, 20 seconds there, 10 seconds here, 20 seconds there. You know what I'm saying? So it was a bit all over the place in terms of output from Tom Little. So in round two, it was pretty much the same. The amount of time Alan Babbage decided to reload and you know, put the bullets in the weapon, that was the opportunity for Tom Little to go at him. It's easier said than done, I know, but that was sort of the window saying, here, you can hit me now for the next 5-10 seconds. You can really hurt me before I start barraging you with more attacks. Towards the end of the round two, you know, he looked like he looked out of breath, but he still looked like he was in it. He didn't look like he was going anytime soon. It looked like Alan Babbage would have won, but it didn't look like he might have won. I don't know. From that point, I would have assumed that he would have won in round 6, round 5, and not necessarily in round 1. But round 3 came along, and it was like, crash, bang, wallet. Same applied pressure from Alan Babbage, but it was like that times it by 10. See, when he's reloading, he's not reloading a shotgun, yeah? I think Tom Little was assuming he was reloading a shotgun or a pistol or whatever, so you could do like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's it, keep it moving. He was reloading a machine gun, like he was reloading an automatic assault rifle. This guy was reloading and they go coming in to go, you know what I'm saying? He was on it, and got the first knockdown. 20 seconds later, Alan Babbage came in and, you know, started setting up the punches, and then hitting with a few barrage of body shots. So as soon as he started doing that, it was like Tom Little, you know, he grabbed the rope when on his way down, but as soon as he touched the rope, he was lying down like he was waiting for someone to insert a very long object that is probably associated with the male body into him. That's what it looked like. What's that happened? Tom Little did look like he wanted to be in that fight. Great performance from Alen Babic. Coming on to his next opponents, I can't wait to see what's going on for him. Who could he fight? Because Brown, a couple of other people like that, but you know, onwards and upwards for Alen Babic. I can't wait for his next fight or what's to come. But amazing performance from him. Moving on from the Alen Babic fight, next fight afterwards was the FABIO WARDLEY versus Richard Partey. From Accra, Ghana. You could tell he's Ghanaian. As soon as he went in, at the ring came, this guy was dancing. This guy was full of energy. Yeah, I liked his vibe. I liked his style. He was moving in like he was bopping. You know the way he was doing the Accra bop. You know what I'm saying? He had that African sauce. In a nutshell, round one was like FABIO WARDLEY was sizing him up. You know, hitting him with a jab, hitting him with a jab, like jab upstairs, jab a little downstairs. But Richard Partey's guard was amazing. It was like up there because he knew what he was doing. He was blocking the shot. As soon as WARDLEY, I think a couple of times through that jab, Partey came in with the double jab afterwards. It looked like Partey was in the game, but WARDLEY was definitely winning the first round convincingly. Coming to the second round now, I don't know what happened. Yeah, but WARDLEY was hitting him with a few stingers, a few stinging jabs in particular, and the jabs looked like it was like really hurting Partey. And I was thinking, rah, how good is FABIO WARDLEY's jab? As soon as he wobbled, I think for the third or fourth time, FABIO WARDLEY hit him with the jab. Bang, straight on the temple, like it was like a little swinging right hand, not a hook, but like a swinging right hand, and that just knocked Partey out stone cold. He was out of there. What's next for him? Hopefully he can fight maybe, Eddie was saying maybe the loser of the Joe Joyce and the Daniel Dubois fight. Also as well, maybe a couple of more learning fights as well, because although he's fought what 10 times, which is, you know, it's good enough to step up to that level. His amateur background is not little to non-existent, so he needs a little more learning fights just to sort of test him and get him through the later rounds. Maybe it's Tom Little, you never know, you know, or maybe someone like a Marius Wack, who they know has got very strong jab and very tough body that you really can't hurt. Amazing performance from FABIO WARDLEY. So let's get straight into the Formella versus the Benn bout. And round 1 to about round 2, I would say, was all pretty much Benn. He was hitting him with the jab, sizing him up, and hitting him to the body as well. Tried to do that looping right hand, right hook. So it was a great performance from Benn. You know, from round 8, pretty much. So round 7 was 50-50. I would say it's more like a draw that round, but round 8 to round 12, it was all Benn. Benn was very good. His movement was very good. His footwork was very good. My only criticism was that his head movement wasn't as crisp as you could do. You know, he was still getting caught with a couple of things, but the only reason why he won those few rounds was he was catching Formella with a lot more punches and also a lot more like powerful, you know, combos that was hurting Formella. I want Benn in his next fight to sort of demonstrate amazing defensive skills and blocking punches, slipping out. He doesn't have to do too many slips. I think he was trying too hard with his slips. From what I can see, he needs to do 1 or 2 slips and then just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. 1 slip, just keep it moving. He was doing slip. Like he was doing too much, man. So his performance, I would just rate him in a nutshell an 8 out of 10. Great solid performance. There was a few things to work on, and he even said it in his post-match interview. He said that he had a few things to work on, that he missed his family, and also he said that to forget all of these guys that are shouting him out, Eddie. And I was the thought they just shooting to Florian Markey. I could see that Florian Markey had a big following, because he was saying anyone with a big following to win, I don't care who they are, you know. And Florian Markey was referred to him basically. The only fight he wanted to see was, Eddie, I want to see me versus Josh Kelly. Nobody else. Me versus Josh Kelly. And Adam Booth, who trained Josh Kelly, was in the commentary room, which was like, you were sitting there thinking, rough, and like, is this a setup, fam? Is this a setup? What is this? Josh Kelly's unfortunately fighting Avanesiev in his next fight, but Eddie was saying, you know, maybe after the Avanesiev fight and you fighting, Conor Benn fighting another opponent, maybe a tune-up opponent, they could both meet in the summer for an all-British clash, alright? Which I'll see as an amazing fight between them. You know, I'm up for that. Conor Benn versus Josh Kelly, you know. This has been your Ringside reaction for the Formella versus Conor Benn fight card. Great performances for some of the individuals that I've spoken about. I can't wait for the next week against Joe Joyce versus Daniel Dubois. Triple D, no homo fam. Daniel Dubois, right? Daniel Dubois. We're gonna stick to that. We're not gonna say his title, right? Big man thing. So I can't wait to see what's to come up next week. But peace, love, and prosperity, guys. And I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit. Peace.